This show has been made possible with the continued support of the 7 Stars Partners. Hello, iGaming professionals. Here we are, rushing through 2023, already halfway through the month of April. That's a quarter of the year already gone. And we're still waiting on the Gambling Act review. All right. That Gambling Act review white paper could be published within the next 2 weeks, or it could be a couple of months. Hell, it could be a couple of years for all we know. We've waited so long at this point. But as we wait, other jurisdictions are rolling out changes, like in Belgium, which has made the decision to ban all forms of gambling advertisements beginning July 1st. No marketing of any gambling of any kind will be permitted on television, radio, newspapers, magazines, billboards, or social media. And they're not alone. Recently, the Capital Territory of Australia has been considering a ban on sports betting promotions. And back in Ireland, there was discussion a few months ago of prohibiting all forms of gambling promotions before they eventually decided to simply restrict them to late night or early morning. Sure, because no one with a gambling problem is ever awake at that time. And in the UK, there is worry that the Gambling Act Review white paper will not only contain additional bans and restrictions, but also a mandatory levy on operators, with the monies collected being funneled to the UK's National Health Service. Let's stop right here. Because while I have no objection to cash being set aside for problem gambling, why not just take a portion from the licensing fees or all those damn fines the UKGC is always collecting for violations? But an additional levy is just the act of an irresponsible government taking the easiest path to a perceived solution instead of allocating the resources they already have from an already bloated budget. Yeah. And let me just add, if they're going to tax gambling companies in the name of public health and then send all that cash to the NHS, shouldn't fast food restaurants also be levied with the money sent to Weight Watchers? Hey, shouldn't pubs and bars be levied with the funds going to Alcoholics Anonymous? Huh? Stop me when I get to a point of being ridiculous. Hey, welcome back. I was thinking just now during the break, and anyone who's known me for any length of time or watched this show over the years will attest to the fact that when I start thinking, it could be dangerous. Nevertheless, I was thinking about all these bans and restrictions in our industry, and I couldn't help but wonder that when these bans and restrictions go into effect, there will be a void created by their absence. And while I'm not telling anyone out there to circumvent any laws or break any rules, it just occurred to me that that absence that void of other gambling promotions could be an opportunity for a clever affiliate. That's all I'm going to say. Now, as we begin the second half of our show, let's take this opportunity to welcome the WOW partners. They have two brands you can promote with traditional gambling and gamification. They have no activity quota, no negative carryover, plus an effective commission rate of up to 37.5% with hybrid deals available. So, check out their review page on the APCW website or visit them directly at wowpartners.com. Now, if I could just get real with you folks for a second, sometimes over the years while doing the show, I have become discouraged. I mean, every week I come out here, I talk about the bullshit we have to endure, point out the stupidity that infringes upon our lives and livelihoods, and put the hypocrisy of government on full display, and yet, for all my ranting, what really changes? So, it's easy to sometimes feel disheartened. But then, I see things like this. Industry trade body, the Betting and Gaming Council, who are much bigger than I am and have much more as far as resources than I do, they come out and publicly say pretty much the same things that I say, naturally minus the shits, hells, dams, craps, and other assorted colorful language. And it seems that their words fall on deaf ears as well, even when they issue a warning, which, for such a professional organization, is a pretty harsh term. So, maybe I shouldn't feel so bad. After all, no one has ever accused me of being a professional. And with that, my happy ass is out of here for another week. But you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back here again next week. I'm gonna do it again. You know, God willing. All I'm saying is that if there's a void created by a governmental action, then not that blah, 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 blah. Is just an irresponsible governmental action taking the easiest path. I made it almost to the end of this first half, and then I screwed it up. Wouldn't be Jay Todd if there wasn't a blooper.